Once again, the sun is up and my spirit is high. We're in the beautiful city of Nairobi. This time around, we are in Kitusuru. Kitusuru is on the border between Nairobi County and Kiambu County. Yes, those are names that you may not be very familiar with if you've not been to Kenya, but I am showing you. You understand? Welcome to Beyond Borders on ChannelOne Television. My name is Caleb Kuna. I had a very fascinating conversation with Uncle Kris Senanu, a Ghanaian businessman who is doing amazing, who has done so many things for himself in the tech space, the telco space here in Nairobi, in the hospitality space, in the education space at the highest level. I said to him that I wanted to see what has kept him here in Nairobi, Kenya, for which he has not come to Ghana in a very, very long time. We've come to his home. And I don't want to even ask him why he's not coming back again. So, top, down. Okay. Welcome to this episode. We'll get into his beautiful home and continue our conversations. This is Beyond Borders on ChannelOne Television. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Am I speaking to Uncle Kris? This is Caleb, ChannelOne Television.
Yeah.
Good to see you. I'm very well, thank you.
Good. You slept well?
I had a good night.
Good stuff.
And I think I'll have a better day. I love what I'm seeing.
Yeah?
Yes.
Welcome to Kitusuru.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is Kitusuru.
Kitusuru, yeah.
Wow, the drive here was beautiful.
Yeah?
Yeah, and the destination is even better.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Let's go.
Great. Wow.
Yeah, so this is home?
No, this is home sweet home.
Yeah. So traditionally,
okay,
in Kenya, we leave the dead from out.
Oh, so I leave my shoe outside?
Yeah, just right over there.
Okay.
Come right in.
Right, thank you.
Right.
So we've learned one thing, you leave your shoes outside. Wow.
Great.
My God, I can't wait to see what's ahead because this is so beautiful.
Welcome.
Thank you.
You can see I've been trying to teach my kids about our rich history
and significance of Ghana's kente cloth.
Yes.
Wow.
Very important. So you have to keep the culture.
Very, very true. So parts of the cloth, uses of kente, judging the quality of clothes. Wow.
Yeah. Good.
This is beautiful.
Karibu.
Oh my God. Karibu asante. Oh wow. Look. This are you an interior designer too? Because this looks too good. Like this is good. I love this.
This has nothing to do with me. This is all my wife's work. Yeah, she's into interior and construction.
No wonder.
Yeah.
It's so clean and pristine.
Yeah.
I like the colors, the hues and the blinds, the curtains, everything is working good.
Yeah.
And I see her photo over here.
Yes. That's my family.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What's her name?
Nina.
Yeah. Sweet. And the boy and the girl.
So that's Kojo and Akofa.
Right.
Yeah.
Kojo and Akofa.
Yeah.
Are they twins? They almost look alike.
Yeah, they're only 1 year apart.
They look more like their mom.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Yes. It's okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, they can look like her.
We don't mind.
They just have to have a little bit of brains for me. That's all.
Amazing stuff. What am I seeing? I'm seeing, is that a hippo? Is that a lion?
Yes. That's
okay.
A hippo.
Right.
Or is that it's a rhino, I think.
A rhino, right.
Yes.
A rhino.
So that was given to me by the Kenya Private Sector Alliance.
Oh, it's an award.
Yes. It's I was the vice chair of the ICT committee. So it's an advocacy body that advocates what the private sector wants from the government. So we interface between private sector and the government.
Wow.
Yeah.
Done a lot of work in the IT space.
Yes.
We would dig deep into that. I see this time a lion.
Yes, a lion.
Is this the Lion's Den thing you told me about?
No, this one actually, ultimately building companies, you need people. So this is from the Institute of Human Resource Management.
Right.
I was called in as a guest speaker. because one of the companies that we built and took public, we had one of the best culture.
Wow.
And so I was also awarded for creating a great culture.
Amazing.
For the company.
No, I cannot move forward without acknowledging this beautiful centerpiece. So that's wood, that's glass, it has this beautiful flowers here.
Yes.
They grow a lot of flowers here.
Yes. Kenya, we export quite a lot of flowers.
Wow.
Actually, most of the flowers that you may get in Ghana, which are coming from Amsterdam, originated from here,
Kenya.
You know, so we have to do something about that and start doing some direct export into Accra. Yes.
I like that. Whoa. Yes. So this is the living room.
Yes.
There must be a number of them.
Yes.
Yeah? Correct?
Yeah, this is more for external.
Yeah. And there's an Oval Office.
There is an Oval Office, but we also have the private one in there.
And then the dining room here.
Dining, yes.
Where I must confess some breakfast has happened.
Yes.
I kept that from the people. But I see more are these, the challenge I'm having is I'm seeing decorative pieces, but it looks like every one of them is an award.
Well, I don't know.
Am I correct?
Yeah, those are a couple of awards also.
Look, what am I reading? Kris, Senanu, most stylish corporate man, Q2, or is that it? Africa Style Awards 2020.
Yes.
Oh, you are the most stylish man in Kenya.
Corporate
stylish man. Tell me about this. What was this about?
Yeah, so there was a competition, and it was open to voting from everybody. So basically it was an online voting. So they put up the pictures and they put up, and Kenya voted.
No, they say West African man, the man from Apa. What's the name of the village?
Agbozuma.
Oh, are you serious?
Yes, I'm very serious.
You're from Agbozuma?
Yes.
I'm from Task Corner.
Okay.
Which is a village in Agbozuma. Oh, then we are stylish, it runs in the blood. You know what I mean? Oh, I love that. There's a sword here. Is that a sword?
Yes, that's a samurai sword.
Samurai sword.
Yes. So, so my nickname in Kenya is Ole Senanu.
Ole Senanu.
It means son of Senanu.
Oh,
in because the Maasai tribe.
Because your dad was here. Yes. Ole Senanu.
So so that's saying I'm a warrior.
I love it. There's an eagle there. Is that an eagle?
Yes, that's an eagle.
Right.
Safaricom. That's from Safaricom. Yes.
Right.
That was my exit from telecommunication industry.
Right. 2 years ago. You rose to become the CEO of Safaricom. What do they call it?
The chief
business
of the enterprise business. So that's B2B section.
Okay.
I was not in consumer. I was in the B2B line. So I was the chief of the B2B.
Tell me more about that. Let's get into that side of your life. I love it. Whoa, guys, come and take a look at this. Look, that's a beautiful bed sitting on that. Oh, it's got, wow, your house hosts beds. This is beautiful. So walk us through your Safaricom journey, how it all went.
Well, Safaricom was a great experience. Like I said, that was my last position in my last role within the core telecommunication industry.
Right.
It was beautiful to get to the top, having spent years growing right from the bottom. As I told, my first 2 years, actually I had no salary.
Why?
It's pure, because when you are straight out of school, you get jobs as a sales agent, or what do you call it, DSR, commission based. So yeah, it was good. That was good training because I love selling, I love communicating, I love negotiating.
Right.
So to start right from the bottom to the top, to become like a managing director of a division, that was nice to get to. But then yes, by that time I think I was burnt out.
Right.
Yeah, I was burnt out. I was tired.
Right.
I'd pushed myself very hard over the years.
Right.
So then, yes, I decided I'll take a break.
Right.
So yeah, I exited, took a year off literally doing nothing.
Wow.
Although when I say doing nothing,
I can imagine you are still doing things.
My wife laughs. No, because I sit on about 7 boards.
My goodness.
So yeah, of course the boards keep me busy. And yes, my volunteer work.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, but just had to, sometimes you need to take 2-3 steps back.
Yeah.
You retreat
to advance.
You refresh. And then you re-strategize. You get back.
Wonderful. Yes. If you compare the space to ours, was it like in terms of cost, quality, convenience, affordability, and even the level of advancement?
I think we've done a lot to do. In fact, that was some of my work when I was in Telcom and also in Safaricom, digital transformation for the government.
Right.
Because you recognize the fact that the faster and the more government digitizes, the better for the people. What do I mean? Government services. One of the biggest challenges in getting services from the government is interacting with the government. But if you take away the rent-seeking people in between, all the middlemen, and you can engage the government directly, then things move. For example, registering a business in Kenya, you upload the documents, you pay using M-Pesa, you go onto the portal, what the business registration, it's a BRS portal, and literally within a day, you can have your company registered.
Really?
Yes.
And you don't need to go to any office?
No, because you upload so fast the documents you upload,
everything you
correct,
have is
the IDs, the tax certification and the rest. You get your
and you just use M-Pesa to pay.
Yes, you get the names of the business, you put them in, and they'll tell you what is available, what is not available.
You don't need to see anybody.
No.
You don't need to know anybody.
So we did a lot of digitization of different government departments. I helped with the lands office. We did digitization of the land LR numbers, the land registration numbers, such that it's easy to search, it's easy to verify. And what we have what we call the e-citizen portal,
right?
Which is the citizen portal, and you have over 800 services, different services you can get from the government.
800 government services.
Your driving license, that's where you go.
Wow.
You also use it also when you are registering for a passport, your tax, your PIN, your personal identification number for the tax, even health insurance. It's a different insurance agency, but it's also connected.
Okay.
So by digitizing government services, you make it convenient for the people to engage.
So in terms of advancement on a score of 1 to 10, what's Kenya's score, and 1 to 10 for Ghana digitalization?
So if we look at the continent of Africa, then you would have a country like South Africa being quite advanced. Okay.
Right.
In certain aspects, let me look at it like this. I think Ghana, we're around 5 to 6. 5 towards 6. Kenya will actually be an 8, a strong 8.
Wow.
With Egypt right next to Kenya.
Right.
A lot of people don't know about Egypt, but Egypt also has quite some good digital systems.
Right.
Yeah. And then you will have South Africa coming just behind that. And then
South Africa will be 7?
South Africa will be a 7. So if you take like payments, Kenya is way advanced in payments.
On the continent.
On the whole continent, in the world.
Oh no.
Yeah, of course. Because of M-Pesa, we cannot leapfrog the whole credit card or card issue. Right. We have cards. We don't have so many cards as we have people using digital mobile wallets or digital payment systems.
Right.
And you see, with that, you are able to do so much in terms of e-commerce and m-commerce.
Right.
So that has also helped in the spur of growth in the SME segment. Yeah.
Rwanda has not come up in your list yet.
Well, Rwanda is also very digitized. In fact, you can register a company in Rwanda in 2 hours. Yeah. Sometimes Rwanda won't feature because Rwanda is a smaller
their size population. Is insignificant.
It's like Estonia. Estonia is the most digitized country in the world.
Wow.
Estonia is doing voting. You vote from the couch. Yes, you vote from the couch.
Wow.
I've been there twice.
Wow.
Yeah. Everything.
I don't have to go queue to vote.
No. From the time you're born, you get an ID, you get a digital card, and that's the ID used in primary school, high school, university, for your tax, everything.
Wow.
You know, from birth to death.
Yeah.
You know, in fact, you can log into the system and put the names of your unborn child. And when they are born,
you don't mean
no, I'm
it.
serious. Yeah. Fully digitized Estonia. Wow. But what's the population? 2
Very
million.
Small.
Very small.
That's less than a Kris population.
Exactly.
Right. So it won't feature when you're talking big numbers.
Yes.
Okay.
So Rwanda is very good.
So I've done something interesting.
Okay.
You're here talking big English. This is the women who know the men better.
Apparently.
So I went behind you to talk to Madame.
Oh, really?
Yes. So she has some expose on you. Yes. She tells me how you started doing business, selling hair clothes you bring from Ghana. Then she also go and sell.
Yes.
Then eventually you sold her something else.
What did I sell her?
I will find out. We'll take a very quick break. When we are back, we'll talk to Uncle Kris Senanu's wife, and then we'll continue the conversation. He sits on a huge board in a very critical university in Kenya, where, interestingly, he was earlier a student. After this break, we'll bring you more. You know, I mean, we've been talking to Uncle Kris Senanu, but as they say, besides, used to say behind, now they say it's beside every successful man, there's a woman. So we want to catch up with his lovely wife, with whom together they've built a lovely family and a great empire of impact. I'm talking about Madame Nina Senanu. It's good to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you for welcoming us into your beautiful home.
You're welcome.
And I see 3,000 cases of home decoration. Your husband credits you for this beautiful, lovely home. Are you into interior design as well?
Well, I'm an interior designer by profession. So the reason why, of course, the space reflects that.
It has overdone it. I love it.
Oh, really?
I want to come spend vacation with you.
You're welcome anytime.
Thank you. I will come.
As long as you get me business in Ghana.
Oh, there is a lot of business in Ghana. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Now, tell me, how did you meet this man who has been voted the most stylish man in Kenya? Was he this stylish when you first met him?
Well, we met in university.
Okay.
On campus.
Right.
Stylish.
USIU.
Yes. We were both in USIU for undergraduate.
Right.
And that's where we met.
Okay.
Stylish. He was always stylish.
Okay.
I guess we've just improved on the style.
Oh, you've enhanced the style.
Yes.
I love it.
The style. Yes.
Wonderful. So how did you meet actually? I know you met in school, but...
Well, we met in university. He proceeded to finish. And then when I was just about to finish, I was asked to go and do an internship. And it was in the company he was working for at Swift Global.
So when you went there?
So I went there, we reconnected. I think I did my internship. It was a 6-month internship.
Right.
I then went back to school, graduated, and then I found a new job.
Okay.
And in our new job, we were also a telco, but it was then when mobile phones were then coming into the market.
Okay.
And we were selling mobile phones. So I worked there for a year. Then I started doing my own business,
okay,
selling phones. And so...
Hey, you're business-minded people.
Oh, yes, we are very business-minded people.
I love the sound of that.
So we are entrepreneurs.
Right.
So that's when actually we reconnected, because then I was like, hey, do you want to partner to do this business? First, we actually sold Ghanaian clothes. How can I forget that part?
He sold Ghanaian clothes?
Yes, because that's what he used to do on campus.
He brought Ghanaian clothes from Ghana to sell on campus.
Yes, sell on campus.
So he gave you some?
So he gave me some.
For free?
No, of course.
Oh, you paid for it?
I didn't know. I took some to sell.
You were still doing business?
Of course. Everything was about business. So actually, that's how we reconnected, because of the business angle. So when on campus, I took some clothes to sell to make some money off him, and then we reconnected back when we started selling the mobile phones, and then the rest is history.
Then you decided to do more than selling.
I guess the selling went overboard. My parents
and you saw something else to you. He sold you a vision. What kind of vision did he sell you?
I don't know. He didn't sell me a vision. Maybe I sold the vision.
Oh, you sold him a vision. Yeah. Tell me about it.
I don't think I sold him a vision. I just sold the entrepreneur in him, and for me that was exciting. I guess. So
yeah. I mean, that acumen for business sparked an interest in you.
Yes.
And it blossomed into a beautiful home. What kind of a young person was he besides his business acumen and all that? Who was he like?
I guess he's always been this serious. I guess if you ask even the people who were with him in college, because I was 2 years behind him.
Right.
He's always been a go-getter. It's always about the numbers. Right. And yes, so for him, it's never been about the fun. It's more about business is always fun. So
what did you do for fun besides business?
For Kris? Well, we travel a lot. Okay. I guess always to get ideas and get new, I guess. That's the time to take some time out, so rest. I will visit family. Right. Yeah, for us, that's what we call fun.
So your home is multicultural in the sense that your husband is Ghanaian, you are Kenyan.
Yes.
Where in Kenya are you from, and how did your cultures, the difference in your perspective in the beginning, how was that migration like, putting those two personalities together?
Well, it was quite easy because his family lived in Kenya.
Right.
His dad had come here a while back, and that's how, for them, they came to Kenya. So they were very adaptive to my culture. Right. They understood I'm from Meru, but my parents practically lived I was born in Nairobi.
Okay.
So it was easy to integrate our cultures, because for them having spent a lot of time in Kenya, and my in-laws being here also for a while.
Right.
It wasn't that difficult.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So here's a man from West Africa, Ghanaian. Yes, adapted to the culture here a bit, but there must be something different about West African men from typical East African men. Tell me some.
Really? Well, like, if I generalize, are we speaking generalization?
Yes,
maybe the difference is the West African are more family-oriented. I think they are a lot family-oriented.
Okay.
Vis-a-vis the East Africans, I should say.
Right.
And then, of course, they're more aggressive.
Oh, West Africans are more aggressive.
Yes, I feel that way. West Africans are loud.
We are loud. Okay.
They're loud.
Right.
I think they're a lot about life. I don't know how to express that.
They're larger than life.
They're larger than life. When I go to West Africa, that's how I feel.
I see where that's coming from.
And then, of course, the whole thing of community.
Right.
The community raises the children. Here we are very individual.
Okay.
And I think also they're very supportive in terms of family. Let's just say family is key.
When I speak to younger East African women, they tell me West African men are more romantic than East African men. Is that true?
I don't think so. I don't know about that, because I guess romantic is an individual.
In fact, I spoke to two Kenyan young men yesterday, and they told me they don't have time for romance. They are just like, there's no time.
I guess so. If you look at it from that point of view, that's why I say West African men are they're all about their family. They're about their children, their wife.
Right.
So I guess that attention is given vis-a-vis the East African.
Sorry. Yeah. How long have you been married to Kris?
24 years.
24 years. Yeah. What has kept you going? What has kept your bond stronger?
I guess we have a lot of interests. Right. So apart from the love, I guess when we change, then we have a lot in common. So we have a lot of things to do together.
Right. If you're talking to a younger would-be couple or young people who are looking to grow their home to as beautiful as yours is, what would you advise?
Well, I don't know. Marriage is a journey.
Yeah.
I guess get somebody who's your friend.
Right.
Because for me, he was my friend first.
Right.
Before he was everything else.
Right.
And then let him understand your passions, respect them, and yes, and then the journey will be, I guess, it will have to work its way through its phases. Yes.
Excellent. I love it. Thank you for your time and the beautiful work you do here. Yeah. Thank you for keeping Senanu away from Ghana. So there was our conversation with Mrs. Senanu. It looks like this campus where you went to school, a lot of things happened there.
What can I say? Yeah, it's a very interesting place, very, very beautiful campus. And yeah, I've kept my relationship with the campus going.
You've kept it in many ways than one. And as it turns out, you are the president of the chair.
You mean I'm the chair of the council?
You are the chair of the council. So let me interpret that. In the University of Ghana, for example, Madam Henry Chenry Hesse is the chancellor of the University of Ghana, and Kofi Annan has played that role before. So when you come to USIU, that's the equivalent of the role you are playing here.
Yes. So I chair a council of 12 members. Wow. And the vice chancellor effectively reports in to the chair of the council.
I'd like to see this campus.
I'll take you. But you know, I can't go like this. This is casual wear.
This is casual wear.
This is casual wear. So
I'm talking to the most stylish corporate man in the year, you know me? So yeah, I understand. Yeah, please, so, I'll wait for you.
Okay.
Will you come in your robe or something?
No. The robe I did last weekend was graduation.
Okay.
But yeah, all right. Let me change, then I can.
All right, guys.
All right.
We'll wait for the change and we'll get to the campus. So we're on our way to USIU, but I couldn't help but admire how the city is planned here. I mean, from our drive from Kilimani all the way to Kitusuru, yes. I thought that it's a city that looks well planned. I've seen places that look like what we have in Ebri. With trees and valleys, high hills, and people have built all right, but you see that they build in a way that it sits inside nature so that it doesn't destroy it in any way. So give us an insight into how the, buildings are put up and how planning is done here at the local government level. Yes.
So I think the key thing is that areas are properly zoned. Of course, as time goes, there's a bit of regeneration. But typically residential areas are residential areas and commercial areas are commercial areas.
Right.
So you will not find people putting up kiosks necessarily in residential areas. In fact, one of the biggest culture shocks coming from Ghana is, the way you walk out of pretty much most estates, there's some place in the corner you can go and buy something.
Yeah.
But right from years ago, Kenya had mini markets and supermarkets, and now over the years there's become a major proliferation of the same. So Kilimani would have been an estate built 30-40 years ago.
Is it?
Yes, and now you will find a little bit of regeneration where older houses are being brought down and a few areas have been zoned that they can put apartments.
Right.
So the zoning ensures that where there's supposed to be apartments, you have apartments. Where it's supposed to be minimum, let's say half an acre or quarter of an acre, you have those. And then you'll have the other, what we'll call leafy suburbs, where you only have standalone houses, even though in a gated community. So we have a lot of gated communities in Kenya.
Right.
So it's really a choice, depending on how large your family is and or your preference of habitat.
And how much you earn too?
Yeah, that could be a factor, but you know, there are some people who they don't have to earn. Their grandfathers earned enough.
Right. Right. So it's really a choice.
Yes, it totally is a choice. Yeah.
So then we also have the zoning. We have land use and spatial planning in Ghana. So, and we have a master plan for Accra. But you find that buildings are coming up and it's in an uncoordinated manner. And like you rightly said, we have kiosks, estates within estates, and it's become a major challenge we are having. They call it gentrification. It's happening in a way that our green cover is going, and it's also going with our air quality. What are we not doing right? Because as for the plan, we seem to have it.
I think African cities suffer from issues to do with enforcement. Where, because as human beings, if I see somebody doing something wrong and nobody does anything about it, I may have the tendency or the thought that even I can do it. And all it takes is one person doing, not following the law, and then 2, and then 3, and then next, it's 1,000. So ultimately, we need to blame ourselves for it. I don't know what happens in Ghana when people don't totally follow the law, but I can tell you we've had a lot of buildings, beautiful buildings, expensive buildings being pulled down in Kenya, where somebody built on a road reserve, or somebody built, like there was a famous case around the Arboretum. Arboretum's got lovely green, lush areas, and there was a petrol station built with something like, I would call it 20 to 30 meters into the forest. They cut off half of it. Yes, they cut off half of it. And so there is a sense that we should follow the law. Remember, again, I explained to you, we are in the country where the United Nations Environmental Program is. And so issues to do with greenery are very important. In fact, we're just about to pass around where the UNEP is. It's an area called Gigiri. Gigiri. Yeah, Gigiri. And we've had famous people like Wangari Maathai, who was a Nobel Peace laureate, who did a lot to fight for the area where Gigiri is, which is called Karura. So we're very big on trees, tree planting, and keeping the environment correct in terms of the balance between concrete and the greenery. Yeah, it's very important to us in Kenya.
We drove past this huge forest, and it's in the middle of the town.
Yes.
How does that work? Is it Rarura or something? What's it
Karura.
Karura.
Yes.
Are we getting there?
We're going to pass close to Karura right now too. Yeah, so Karura is a protected area. It's well kept. You can go there during the day, park your car and take a walk in the forest. I actually use it once a month. I use it. I call it walk with a mentee. So I use it for taking a 1.5 to 2 hour walk with a mentee. Get to discuss what's going on in their life and their business. Yeah, it's a lovely place. Really lovely place.
Open spaces.
Yeah, you get in touch with nature, I guess.
What's the Ghanaian equivalent when you come home?
I guess it will be up on what we call the mountains, which are the hills. Going to Ebiri. But also Legon has a botanical garden. Remember, I told you I'm a Legon boy. So Legon also has the botanical gardens, and I believe there's other walk. It's called the Century Walk, or so that's some of it.
Look at that apartment. Is that an apartment? Green Forest, Gem Forest.
It's a boutique hotel.
It's a boutique hotel.
Yeah, that's a boutique hotel.
What does that mean?
It means it's a hotel with less than 50 rooms.
Okay.
Where it's almost like a home away from home.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right. Where are we now? Where is this?
Now we're getting very close to UNEP.
UNEP, okay.
Which is the United Nations Environmental Program.
Right.
So Karura, UNEP is built kind of close to or within the precincts of Karura Forest.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. And I see they are big on wildlife too.
Yeah, we have a park. When you land from the airport, you can actually land in Nairobi and just go straight to the park and see wildlife. If you come very early in the morning, around 5 a.m., you can go straight to the park, have a 2-hour drive. At that time, by around 6, you're likely to find a lion with a kill.
Hey.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
First thing in the morning.
Oh, this is sweet.
Yeah.
So there's a deliberateness with respect to what we see. It's not just, it's not random.
Well,
the greenery,
I wouldn't dare to say we don't have any random things in Kenya.
Right.
I'll just say we are probably better at enforcement.
Right.
And the protected areas are protected. And generally, there's times, in fact, right over here, there used to be a hotel was put up next to the UN, and it ended up being brought down.
Oh, why?
Because they didn't go according to the specifications.
The United Nations.
This is a United Nations. They have a service kind of support company there, but that's the American embassy you just passed.
Okay, I'm sure they'll say no photography and things like that. So let me not.
Yeah, so you see that
American embassy. Okay.
That's the rubble.
Okay.
That was all brought down. Somebody tried to put up a hotel there.
Over there.
Yeah.
A hotel.
Yes.
And it was pulled down.
Just pull down. So this is the whole of this is UNEP.
Right.
Yeah.
And does that mean that the counties are more effective? Is it a central government thing or is it
county government?
Yeah.
It will be county government because each county like Nairobi or Kisumu or Mombasa has a governor.
Right.
And so it will be the officials within that.
Look at the view, man. Yeah. Look at the view, man. And we, look, I'm sure we build in Ramsar's Heights in Ghana. We sell it. Officials buy it. Wetlands, being filled. And
so the good thing, I would say, for example, even here, this estate is called Runda.
Okay.
There's a couple of areas where the river, like we're going to go down towards the riverbed very soon.
Okay.
And some people built on riparian land.
Okay.
The thing about nature is you might have 10 years, good, 15, and then the rains come.
Yeah.
And a place which was a riverbed will flood.
Right.
And ultimately, what happened is that people ended up with flooded houses.
Yeah.
And the enforcement doesn't have to come and tell you you goofed. Because
it will deal with you.
It will deal with you.
Yeah.
It will deal with you. So.
It gets to the point where, yes, nature will always fight back, but it gets so rampant that even while it's seasonal. So once the flooding season is gone, you find people are rebuilding, remobilizing, and all. I mean, isn't there something we can really do to make our enforcement more effective back home?
I think ultimately people will break the law or do things outside the law if they know they can get away with it. But also over time, societies culture is built up. And so if people feel like the culture is, let's build on riparian land, let's not respect the laws. Whether it's a politician or a business executive, they are part of the society. So we are a reflection of what happens around us. If we believe that it's okay to do wrong because we can get away with it, then people will do wrong.
Finally, we're on the campus of USIU, United States International University in Africa.
Yes.
And you were a student leader as well.
I was, indeed. In my second year, I stood, at the end of my first year, I stood for elections, and I was voted in.
As what?
As the chair of the student affairs.
First year?
No, second year.
In the second year, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
In the second year.
In second year?
Yes.
This is usually something people in their fourth year would run for, third or fourth.
Well, yes and no. On your fourth year, you want to be really focusing
and getting out.
Right. But then remember, for me, my second calendar year, I was in year 2, right, going to year 3 of my academic year.
Okay.
Yeah, because I only spent 2.5 years on the campus. So I thought that was a good idea to go into student politics.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
This was your office? Or?
This corner, this was like student affairs.
Okay.
So the different clubs,
right,
had different sections of it. But yeah, this corner was my
where things happen.
Vantage. You know, this window, I used to use it to spot people and movement.
No, the campus is beautiful.
Yes.
It strikes me as very clean and green as well.
Very, very clean. And you're not allowed to step on the grass.
Oh.
In fact, we had an American vice chancellor once. Okay. She came and she attempted to cross the grass.
American vice chancellor?
Oh, yes. She was told she was stopped dead in her tracks.
School of Graduate Studies.
Yes, and research and extension. So PhD students and the ones who are doing the last bit of master students.
Wow.
That's our business school.
Over there.
Chandara Business School.
Chandara Business School.
Yes.
Wow.
So
for the chairman of the president of your board.
Yes.
You're quite popular. I mean, since we got down from the car to here, the students acknowledge you, they see you and they notice that you're the man. How hands-on are you? Do you frequent this place? How?
I don't really frequent campus, but then when it comes to, I would say, campus activity,
right,
when they have an activity, like sometimes when they have sports,
right,
I will pass by.
Oh, you pass by for games?
Yeah, just have a look and see how the team is doing, because we're in the National League for basketball.
Oh,
for example, yes, they have a very strong basketball team. They are also a major contender when it comes to rugby.
Oh. Yeah.
So several times I have will rustle up the alumni to support them.
Right.
But I think a lot of them might know me more from the work I do or I've done in telecommunication or with the government.
Right.
Actually, last week I was here because of the graduation.
Okay.
Because of course I have to read the statement for the conferment.
Right.
And then once in a while I was here with the Prime Cabinet Secretary. It's like the Prime Minister.
Okay.
The last term, he came to talk to the students about Kenya's, what do you call it? We're talking about the foreign policy of the country.
Hey, he came here to address the students on their foreign policy.
Yes. Yes. So yeah, there's quite a number of engagements.
Listen, your campus is breathtaking.
Yeah.
It is clean and sweet.
Yeah.
I love it. That's the Chandaya School of Business.
That's the School of Business.
Wow.
How
expensive is your program? How affordable is it?
So I believe it's very affordable. Actually, I've been advocating for rising in the tuition fees.
Oh, you want the tuition fees to go up?
Yes.
Wait for me to come before.
No.
When I finish, then it goes up.
No, because a term, a full load term is about $400.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's really not too expensive. I mean, compared to, I'm comparing to the fees I pay for my kids for high school. You know, it's almost 3 or 4 times
I mean,
lower.
university is always somehow cheaper than high school, especially when it's private high school.
Yeah. But you see, this is private university. And so on one hand, in my head, because of the infrastructure, this campus has Wi-Fi all around it.
Everywhere.
It has, the infrastructure is well clear. I mean, hello, which country are you from? Somalia. See, I told you. And you?
From Somalia.
Somalia too.
Somalia.
See, I told you, you have 63 different nationals. I'm the chair of the council.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. Nice to meet you too. Yeah.
Right.
So I told you, we will not, if we walk around 30 minutes, we'll at least get 10 different nationals. Yeah.
So there are Ghanaian students here?
Yes, there are Ghanaian students here. I'm sure you'll meet some by the time we are done.
This has an iconic, imposing feel to it.
Yes.
The closest campus I can compare to yours in Ghana would be, say, what would you say is the closest in Ghana to the campus?
I've still not gone to Ashesi.
Okay, you need to see it then.
Yes, so I
think this is what comes close.
Yes, so from a private point of view,
academic city too has this. Theirs is more imposing. I think in terms of size, how big is this?
So we've only built on about 30 acres.
30 acres?
Yes.
But you have more.
Yeah, we have a lot. We have a lot now. We have 140.
140 acres.
Yeah.
So was this also a partnership between the government and...
No, this is purely private sector.
Purely private
Nothing to do with the government.
So the land was acquired.
Yes.
Sector,
yes.
Everything put up private.
Yes.
What building is this?
This is the library. We're about to enter the library. So we'll not be able to talk in some areas where students are studying. Okay. But once we get to a certain section, we can talk.
This is the president of council. But you say we can't disturb them.
But I don't want to disturb the students. Yeah.
Wow. So I'm seeing Kris and Nina Senanu.
Yes.
What's going on here?
Oh. So this was, I think, so after I finished student leadership and I left, about 2-3 years later, I became chair of the alumni.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did alumni chair for about 3 years. 2 sets of a 3-year and a 2-year term, so a total of 5 years.
Wow.
And as part of giving back, you are allowed to sponsor, one of these, when this building was being built. So we give naming rights to people who sponsor. So of course, this was a give back from our family. Back.
Fundraising.
Yes, kind of fundraising.
How much is this?
Oh, can I remember? I think it was about $10,000. Yes.
How long ago is this?
Oh, wow. This was maybe 14 years ago.
14 years ago.
Yes.
$10,000. My God.
Yes.
I like it. So this is the very top.
Yes. There's one more. Yeah, this is the top in terms of seating space. Yeah.
Okay. So let's wrap up with the future of education.
Yes.
The opportunities, the threats, and the need for collaboration among African universities. What is it going to require to train the next crop of African youth for the world that is fast evolving and changing?
So I think there's 3 things. One, luckily, the internet has come and has opened up Africa to education. What do I mean by that? The child who was born in a camp like Kakuma, which is a refugee camp, maybe from Southern Sudan or from Somalia, or the girl child who's been messed up by Boko Haram clashes in Nigeria. Today, they may not have the opportunity to go into a physical university, but they definitely have an opportunity to be able to study online. So technology and the infrastructure has opened up education to all Africans. If you have a computer or a laptop, if you have internet connectivity and you have power,
you're good to go.
You're good to go. So that's the advantage.
Kris Senanu, Oh, you're a big one.
No, small boy.
No, you're a big one.
Small boy.
No.
Small boy. Just trying to do my bit.
This is good.
Yeah, just trying to do
This
my
is
bit.
impressive. Yeah. From hospitality to education to IT, and you're in your impact years. Man, I have totally enjoyed talking to you. Thank you so much for letting us into your life and the great story that you have written for yourself. You still are writing. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you too for watching us on Beyond Borders on Channel One Television. My name is Caleb Good. I hope you found our conversation with Uncle Kris Senanu as uplifting as we found it. Keep watching Channel One Television. My name is Caleb Good.